Hello, I'm Tanya from Love Goddess Tarot, and today we're going to do a love reading for the person on your mind and what they are thinking about you. So let's shuffle the cards and have a look at the energy around you and the person that you're thinking about. Remember that this is a collective reading, and the idea is that you listen to the messages and take what resonates for you and your situation, and you let the rest fly. So let's have a look at the overall energy around your reading. Right. Okay, so things may have needed to kind of balance out between you and the person that is on your mind. There may have been a situation in the past, and it does show that you've shared some really happy memories with this person. And it does show that the basis of this connection is based on the same wavelength in many cases, in many things. And also that there is a spiritual and divine connection between the two of you. But something has needed to be balanced out. So this may have had to do with your person having to step back and really review his actions, his world, what's been going on for him, how he shows up in the world. He's had to do some inner searching. He's had to also organize some things in his life, especially around, there have been changes to do with business and work for your person. And there is a sense of just recently a sense of balance that has come in. For some of you, your person has gone through some very significant changes this year. Especially, I'm picking up here in the realm of, business, even property, moving homes, leaving a relationship, and coming to terms with that, taking time out and coming to terms with that. It feels very busy. It feels like this person has had a lot going on in their lives. And so perhaps in terms of your connection, I will say to you that I do see your connection as being real. And no matter what you have said to each other in the past, there is a sense here that you are very much on this person's mind. And it is very interesting because there is an offer coming in, and it's a sudden offer, and you won't be expecting this. And it will be an invitation, it will be a message of love, it will be a declaration, it will be a clarifying of the emotions in a very positive way. And it will be a confession. So I see your person wanting to confess to you how they feel. They're coming in with an offer to show up, and they're extending this offer to you. Now, you're coming through as whether male, female, or gender neutral, it doesn't matter. The Queen of Cups is really, in this case, very reflective. And so you would be perhaps quite, in a way, I feel quite surprised because you're not expecting this. So sudden, unexpected changes are coming into your love life. And you're almost having to sit and look at whether this now fits into where you are at this time. There is a sense that you've spent some time really reflecting and looking deep within in terms of what you need in your love life. Maybe your needs have changed. Maybe you are in a different space. For a lot of you, I see a lot of spiritual growth in this past year. So of course, coming to the end of the year, your needs, your perceptions have changed. And so in some cases, you're going to really need to look at this and go, oh my word, does this now fit into who I am today? Because I've made these huge shifts and huge changes, And do I still want this? Does this still fit in with my bigger plan? And so there's a pause, but yet your person is not giving up. It's almost like I'm seeing them like Velcro, like sticky. They're sticky to you. They want to, in some cases, rush in quite forcefully, and they want to declare what they have to say. This to me is saying that they are so ready to confess, to come forward, to tell you they love you, to tell you they want a relationship with you, to tell you you've always been the one. But you are looking at this in a very different light. And this could be where you're at this stage. I see a sense of you holding back. I see a sense of you needing your own space, having a look at where you are currently at with all of this. And the sense is that you've started new beginnings. So you're on a new path, and you've got to now see whether your person is going to still fit in to this new path, these new perceptions you have. Because bear in mind, yes, they're ready. Yes, they're coming and confessing, and they're telling you how they feel. And I see very dramatic demonstrations of their affections. And, they may invite you out. They may be communicating, texting, calling, messaging. However, you've got to see whether this is coming in from a grounded place, and are they willing to compromise with you in terms of where you're at the moment. And so there will be a time of this shift regarding this relationship. There will be a sense, the Two of Wands are sort of pointing in the direction of, do I take this opportunity, this new opportunity, also realizing that the past is behind you. You can only, with the vision and wisdom you now have, you can definitely take this new opportunity, this new relationship opportunity, because it will be new. It will not be how it was in the past. So understand that what was in the past is no longer. And for some of you, you may still be drawing upon the energy of the past, and you still see your person in this past light. And I think it's really important that you get really clear that something new has to emerge from this, and you have to treat anything you start with this person as something completely new. Now, for some of you, this could mean that you could try out friendship first, even though they're coming in wildly confessing all these mad feelings and crazy passionate desires. It's very passionate. Venus is certainly activated, and all they think about is you. They're quite crazy. I feel almost a little bit madly obsessed with you. They haven't stopped thinking about you. And so there's a lot happening in the realm of the fantasy. And, this is now going to be grounded into reality. And you may be in more of a grounded space just because you've shifted some things. And so you may be looking at this going, okay, well, you're coming in with all these declarations. Does this work for me? Because for you, you're looking at your emotions and you're looking at this more practically. And yes, definitely with the wisdom you have gained, you will be able to make a fresh start because you'll be very clear around what you want. However, there is still an issue that needs to be resolved, and you're coming together to sort out these differences. Now, these, to me, the Three of Swords here is about the past. It's about whatever has happened in the past that has caused heartache and hurts. Now, it's not necessarily to do with this person only. This could be a pattern. This could refer back to previous relationships that have created heartache and pain for both of you. However, this is sort of saying to me that there's a bit of a delay of you both coming to a decision or a conclusion as to whether you're going to give this your all. And it is going to require you having some very difficult conversations and being emotionally vulnerable and intimate with each other on the conversations of the feeling side. There's a lot of hurt to be resolved. And so, it does say, though, that if you can get past this, and this is a temporary thing, this is in the realm of feelings. Now, yes, it could have to do with one or both of you having exes and issues around, ex-spouses, and, there was someone else involved. Yes, it could be family. There's always some sort of outside external influence. It can be distance, that you're in different places, living in different countries. It's all of that. It's the things that cause the distance. It's the things that cause the hurt, the longing, the missing, the heart being vulnerably and in pain and feeling sad. So there will be these conversations, these more deeper, maybe more heavier conversations to be had, but it is in the past. And now, there is this chance of a beautiful new start. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You don't hide anything. You're going to be really, really clear about your feelings, but you're going to take a bit of time perhaps to just really look and see how this all fits in to your 2024 and your new beginnings, because you are in a new phase. You are going into a very intuitive, you're going to be more switched on than you've ever actually been. And so there's a lot of emotions and feelings coming up, and definitely also a lot of feelings that are, hard to process. And this needs to happen in order to have this relationship that you both do desire by the time you come to the end of it. And so a chapter is going to end. And so their feelings for you are genuine. They're not, it's not that their feelings aren't genuine. They're very afraid of losing you. And this declaration and this confession is coming because they're very afraid of losing you, because you've stepped back and you've distanced yourself. So yeah, they're definitely not going to give up on the declarations, and they're wanting to connect. It is saying they are in a more solid space. Pentacles, they've sorted things, this stuff in the past around material things that were holding them back. They've sorted this out. And so they feel very ready to move forward. So they are coming from a solid place with this, even though they're trying to rush in. And, there's movement. With the Page of Wands, it's not just talk. There's actual movements, there are actions being taken. And so this can also represent, if you're in different countries, this also represents the actual happening and talking about a trip to connect, to get together. Your person on your mind wants to see you, and they want to have this very important conversation. Everything in the realm of thought is coming through. It's going to clarify. It's going to be sorted. You're going to get on the same page. And a lot of this has to do with communication being essential for this to move forward. So it's important not to be reactive. It's important to come from your heart and to not let ego take over. No one's right, no one's wrong. Let the past go. This is Spirit giving you a second chance, perhaps for some of you. For others, here it is. You've been manifesting this, wanting this, desiring it. Don't become stubborn. Don't need validation for hurt feelings. Let it go. Give this a new start. Your person wants the same things as you, and they are ready to declare it very shortly. So for some of you, this is also about, going back to this person. Perhaps you've had a brief break. For others, this person that you're thinking about is coming back into your space with the right energy this time, whereas before maybe you've talked and, the energy wasn't right. You had some things to deal with. They had some things to deal with. And so, they're jumping out today. And so it definitely shows me that they've been working on themselves, okay? They've done some clearing, and they're now ready to embrace something new with you. And yeah, there has been a sense of there was some sort of arguments. I wish I could take back my words, or you've had some sort of where you didn't see eye to eye, and there's regrets around that, but they're also saying that they couldn't let you come close. They didn't feel safe to open up, not just to you in any given way, and they were afraid that you wouldn't accept them if you really saw what they were about. So they're talking about that currently it's been a time for them to heal, and this is lovely because they're healing, and they have been healing for quite some time, and they're becoming a better person. So this is all good because this is telling me that the timing wasn't right before. Things are moving into a place where they now can offer you something more concrete. And this confession is really, really important because with the confession comes your choice. So you need to perhaps take some time out and pause and reflect. Don't go into reactive mode. Let them say they say, and then step back and think about it. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. So Spirit is saying your guides and angels are going to be walking this path with you, and they're guiding this relationship because there's something divinely present in this relationship. There's a divine connection between you, and maybe you felt this. The timing wasn't right. I keep getting that, but they're saying let the past go. So for some of you, there is still a sense that you're holding on to perhaps some grievances. You got to clear that, okay? This isn't going to work if your person's vulnerable, they're coming forward, they're going to have their say, they're going to surprise you in some way, they really want to try, and then you come along and you are still having these grievances, and that's going to get in the way. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels is right, and you know this, and yet there's a part of you that's still trying to validate what has happened in the past, and it's done with. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And I love this picture because there's a lot of love coming in for you. And as you can see with this couple, there's a lot of love and there's a lot of togetherness, and there's a reconnecting and strengthening of the bond. So be open to this confession. Be open, be sweet and be kind. And let the past go. Leave your ego behind, and you can have a future, you can have a new start with this person, and it is very promising for a longer term future for you. So I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe to my channel and drop me a message below and let me tell you how this reading resonated for your love life. And I will leave you a link below to my website if you'd like a personal love reading. And I wish you a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me. See you soon. Lots of love and blessings.